Myles Garrett is going to perform well this year. Myles Garrett is going to be defensive player of the year, everybody. Now I've said this the past 2 years, I think, and I've been wrong on a lot of it. I think this is finally the year Myles Garrett breaks through. Here's why. He's Myles Garrett. 2, it's the players he has around him. I think the talent that he has around him this year with Smith, Okoronkwo, Harris, Tomlinson, Ika, I think that's going to make life easier on Myles Garrett and force teams not to just go all out on triple teaming Myles Garrett like they have done the past few years because he's had no help. But it's the system. It's not only because of the personnel he has around him. It's not only because Myles Garrett is Myles Garrett, but he's going to be uplifted. He's going to be enabled this year like he's never been before. Myles Garrett, as an edge rusher, is somebody who can do everything. He's really great at anything you ask Myles Garrett to do. He's good at rushing with power. He's good at rushing with finesse. He's good at stopping the run. He's good at doing contain. He's good at doing whatever you want Myles Garrett to do. But Myles Garrett's also a really good speed rusher. And I've mentioned this a lot of times in this live right here. But like I said before, wide 9 is really good for really good speed rushers. Myles Garrett, really good at a lot of stuff, but he's a really good speed rusher. Myles Garrett gains depth and space and penetration quickly. He's a really good speed rusher. He's got really good bend. In this system, when you align wide 9 in the 9 gap and you make it tough on tackles when they have to jump out of their stance so quickly, and by the time you reach around the corner of them, that's the first time they get hands on you because you're a speed rusher and you're so fast. Given his speed, knowing that the system benefits speed rushers, knowing that Myles Garrett in this system will a lot of times be one-on-one with tackles or have to deal with double teams from tight ends in tackles, not guards in tackles. I think this system benefits his skill set. I think this personnel benefits his skill set that's around him. And then I think Myles Garrett benefits Myles Garrett because he's Myles Garrett. A wide 9 play here from the Broncos versus the Seahawks. Let's look at Bradley Chubb right here. I want you guys to key in on Bradley Chubb. He's in the 9 tech. He's untouched for the first 1 to 2 seconds. Then he uses his speed, which was enabled by his position, not being able to be touched and being widened in that 9 tech. He's able to use his speed, gain momentum, and by the time the tackle touches him, you reach around the corner of him. He's trying to push him away from the quarterback. He's not trying to push him upfield, but he's trying to push him away from the quarterback because he's vulnerable, because Bradley Chubb's speed enabled him to get in that position, use his dip, his bend, and his pursuit to get after the quarterback. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Myles Garrett is going to benefit from the wide 9. Because it enables his speed, his bend, and his burst. Those are the 3 things Myles Garrett is best at other than being a power rusher. And that's why Myles Garrett this year is going to have, let's say 19, 20 sacks this year. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know if he breaks the sack record. I think he'll be close. But I think Myles Garrett gets about 19, I'll say 20 sacks and he wins it just because the personnel's there. The system enables him as a speed rusher to get around tackles better in that wide 9 position. And Myles Garrett's going to be Myles Garrett, everybody.